All right, welcome to the Ryan Mountcastle breakdown now. And Mountie had one hell of a second half. And obviously, you could tell in the first half, he was dealing with a lot. And the vertigo is no joke. If you're not feeling right physically, mentally, it's going to throw you off. And you could clearly see that Ryan Mountcastle was having struggles. But second half of the season, hit 322, including for the month of August. He hit a ridiculous 360. He went 36 for 100. Do you guys understand how ridiculous that is right there? 5 homers as well and 3 doubles. Mountie was just really doing some fantastic things. It was a big part to that Orioles offense in the second half. We're going to show you what Mountie can do with the bat, which is so special, and also show you a few things that can get him into trouble in the process. But let's start off with what Mountie does extremely well, okay? Mountie hits breaking balls just as well as anybody I've seen hit hanging breaking balls specifically. And you're going to see this on this first one. Mounty's about to go deep. Sanchez is going to hang a slider over the middle of the plate. And guess what? Mountie ain't going to miss that. There it goes. And that ball is launched. Like I said, Mountie is one of the best at this. It's going to be a theme here. You ready for the next one? Here we go. Mountie against the Blue Jays. And again, he crushes Toronto. We've made the jokes about it before, but in all seriousness, Mountie just absolutely mashes when he plays the Blue Jays. But watch this approach. He's got 2 strikes on him here. First inning, ball's going to be left up over the plate. And what's Mountie do? He just slugs it the other way. Give him the RBIs. Give him another extra base hit. That's just what's so special about him. All right, we're going to go to this case because I've showed a couple off-speed pitches here or balls that were not just straight heaters. This is Mountie turning on a hard fastball in, gives the Orioles the lead early on against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Okay, ball's coming in. Ball is low too, by the way. So if we're going to look at this location, it's even a ball sinking down 96. Mountie's able to stay on it enough, shoot it down the third base line, and things are in motion for the Baltimore Orioles. Again, right, showing you that Mountie can do it all. Here's another one. 2-strike count. Freeland's pitching, and yes, not the best location on this pitch, but Mountie 2 strikes left over the middle of the plate. He has enough power to hit it out to the ballpark to the opposite field, and you're going to see it right here. Ready? 3, 2, 1, whammy. And it almost looks like a pop-up. But Mountie's a strong dude, and this is what he's capable of. The ball just keeps going and barely, and I mean barely gets over, but it's a home run nonetheless. Here's the one that I really do love, and this is against Jacob deGrom early in the season. But deGrom is one of the best pitchers when he's healthy, no doubt about it. It's going to be a hard fastball, and Mountie turns it around up the middle for a double to left center. Bang. Again, just such a clean hitter. And I've told people this before. Mountie, to me, was the best pure hitter that I saw coming through the system, just because it just felt like anything that happened, it was death, taxes, and Mountie can hit the shit out of the baseball. That's just what it truly felt like. But I wanted to show you something now. This is if there's a knock to Mountie's game, and people are going to say this, he doesn't walk enough, right? And last year, I think he had 37 walks. And granted, his numbers between walks to strikeouts was much better in the second half. What does get Mountie in trouble is chasing pitches. So in this case, Gott's going to elevate a fastball here, and always a elevated fastball that looks like it's going to be a strike is a hard pitch to hit. But Mountie goes chasing with 2 strikes, 0-2 count, a little bit higher, strikeout, right? That's the way the cookie crumbles. Here's another example. The lefty O'Kurt for the Marlins. He's got to throw a slider down and in. And Mountie, again, if you look at it, it's another 0-2 count. So that's the other knock. They say, well, Mountie doesn't battle enough, which I don't believe. I think that's erroneous. But at times, he can get fooled, and he will go chasing, right? And I want people to understand this. These balls are out of the zone. You try hitting the ball that far out of the zone or get fooled that much, like it happens. Like this is one of the best hitters in all of Major League Baseball, in my opinion, when he's on. If you're a big league hitter, by the way, you're one of the best players in the world. So just context here. But what he could work on, that's something that's no knock to him. That's just the reality of it. So Suarez here is going to throw a really nasty changeup away. Again, goes swinging, missing. That's the reality, okay? But now I'll show you some good parts of Mountie hitting balls out of the zone, because that's actually a strength of Mountie. So as much as you have to deal with the fact of Mountie hitting balls swinging at balls out of the zone, you can also live with the fact that he can do some serious damage on balls out of the zone. And I mean ridiculous damage. And this first one you're going to see, yes, it's going to be a broken bat, but look how far inside that ball is. That ball is way inside, but Mounty doesn't give up on it, can pull his hands in, and he'll be able to get a little blooper down the line. But guess what? That does the job, and things keep moving. Nestor Cortes here tries to throw a high fastball in on Ryan Mountcastle. You're going to see it right up here, but the problem is he doesn't get it to exactly where he wants. And actually, maybe he does. I mean, this is actually not a bad pitch at all, but Mountcastle, better swing. Ready? Here it is. And again, in, but Mounty is ready, shoots the ball down the line. Again, great swing, ball out of the zone. This is probably the most impressive thing, and this is why you live with what Ryan Mountcastle does all the time, because not many players can do this. Blake Snell, this at bat, if you actually watched it in context, maybe I should have actually had pitch by pitch because it was unbelievable. Mounty's battling, and Snell kept throwing him some breaking balls, and Mounty was getting a good look on it. And then Snell's going to throw a breaking ball down here out of the zone. It's actually a very good pitch, but when you're Ryan Mountcastle and you're locked in, you can do some special things. So special, you're going to knock this ball right out of the ballpark, which we're going to see. Ready? See ya. Again, ball's down there, by the way. That's a ball. That's a really good pitch by Snell, but Mounty's an even better hitter in this situation. Unbelievable, and Blake Snell, one of the best pitchers in the game, right? Here's another example of just Mounty being able to crush pitches, okay? And I mentioned to you that he likes big moments. It's a big moment in the game, 7th inning, up 1. This could be a hanging slider in. Mounty doesn't miss it. I mean, just textbook. I don't. There's so many things I could say about Mounty, but one of those things I can say is that he loves the moment. And this moment specifically, everyone remembers that massive game against the A's. This was incredible. One of the kind of like the first moments early in the season where O's fans were like, man, the energy feels different. You weren't sure how the team was going to be yet, but you knew something special was brewing, and it started with this swing by Ryan Mountcastle. 2-1 count, bases loaded. A's were trying to get out of it, but Ryan Mountcastle, he's so relaxed and smooth with his load, and that's why he's so good hitting the off-speed pitches. And this one, he hits about 17,000 miles is what it feels like. Hanging pitch, hanging slider in, goodbye. Into the deep night at Camden Yards. Does not get much better than that. And for Ryan Mountcastle, everyone's saying, well, wait a minute, should the Orioles move on or should they find the next piece? Don't sleep on Ryan Mountcastle. If he didn't have vertigo and had to miss time this past year, he would have had 3 straight seasons of over 20 home runs, first 3 full seasons to start his career. That's extremely hard to do. He broke the rookie record that was set by my dad back in the day for home runs when he had 33. And so Mounty can just do some special things with the bat that not everyone else can do. And when he is on his hot streaks, he is one of the flat-out best hitters in baseball. And I expect Mounty, being healthy, having another year under his belt, and if he is past his vertigo times, which it looks like he is, I think we're going to see a Ryan Mountcastle similar to the one in the second half or second half of the season for the Orioles. And if he can cut down on some of those chases, I don't really care if he walks enough or walks a ton. I know other people say they want him to walk more. I just want Mounty to be himself, and Mounty being himself is driving the baseball very often and doing a lot of damage. But that's all I got. If you like this video, hit that like and subscribe button, and let me know who you guys want me to dive into next.